Silver is like gold's little brother. Nobody pays much attention to him. Gold is attractive, it's desirable, and it's more expensive, but the price of gold can be volatile and it makes it an exciting investment. But today on the show, we're talking about silver and how we can start investing in silver for profit.
Welcome to the Wealth Nation podcast, a podcast for every mother, daughter, grandmother, sister, and wife, and the men who are smart enough to tune in. The Wealth Nation podcast brings you all you need to know about investments, business, property investments, personal finance, and all around financial wellness. Here is your host, Yolanda Rose.
And welcome to the final edition of the Wealth Nation podcast for 2020. I'm Yolanda. I'm a wealth advisor, and welcome to my show. Now, every week, every Monday specifically, I put out the show. I give you easy, actionable tips, content, and strategies that you can use to manage your money well and to build generational wealth. So if you're new here, please subscribe on whichever platform that you're listening on. And if you're a long-time listener, don't be shy. Say hello. Reach out to us on our various social media platforms. It's Financially Fabulous Females, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We're on all the various platforms. And if there's something that you would like me to speak on specifically, you need advice on, need more information, need more education about, you can always mail me. It's Yolanda at financiallyfabulousfemales.com. The Wealth Nation podcast is sponsored by Audible. Audible is a seller and producer of spoken audio entertainment, information, and educational programming on the internet. Audible sells digital audiobooks, radio and TV programs, and audio versions of magazines and newspapers. For a 30-day free trial of Audible, go to www.financiallyfabulousfemales.com/audible. A joint sponsor in today's show is Solomon Gold. Solomon Gold is an online platform in which you can buy gold and silver on a lay-by basis. So go and check them out. It's www.solomongold.co.za. So we're talking about silver today, and silver has always been my preferred metal in terms of investment. When it comes to jewelry, I like my gold. I'm Indian after all. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel. I've put out some nice videos regarding the battle between investing or gold or silver. So go and check that out. I'm sure you're going to find it insightful. So when it comes to adorning myself, it's gold jewelry for sure. But when it comes to investment, I bet on silver. I do invest in gold. I do hold gold coins and a couple of gold bars, the tiny ones, not the big ones. But silver is my bet. Mainly because aside from its jewelry use, there's industrial demand for silver. And gold has a minimal industrial use. In fact, gold's only true value is that people like it. And for jewelry purposes, yeah. There's already far more gold sitting in vaults that could ever be used. Whereas silver is more practical because of the industrial demand. Over 40% of the demand for silver is for industrial applications. And we see Tesla as an example of that. And, Tesla is practically the biggest motor company right now. Their shares have almost doubled this year, if not tripled. Elon Musk is the second richest man, just a couple of $100 million behind Jeff Bezos. And those Tesla cars, each car uses about 3 kgs of silver. Silver is also used in electrical applications because it's an industrial metal with a low resistance for electricity. Silver is also antibacterial properties and is used in the medical field as well. And for sure, gold is a good investment. It's been used as a form of money and wealth for over 4,000 years. And we know that Jesus was betrayed by Judas for 30 pieces of silver, which was probably a fortune at the time. So it tells us the value that silver had. The price of silver is based on the functional supply and demand as well as speculation. So this is true for most commodities. And we see that happened with oil this year. When the demand slumped worldwide because of lockdown, oil prices dropped. In fact, West Texas crude was at negative $35. I know it's crazy, right? But it's basically supply and demand, and we see that the need for silver will increase in the future. It's a great hedge for inflation as well. So if you are considering the options for investing in silver, these are your options now. Firstly, you can have the silver bars. Now, silver bars can be purchased at various sizes. And if you go to solomongold.co.za, you're going to find the various options that are available. They usually weighed in troy ounces. 1 ounce, which is the coin size, is about 33 grams or so. 5 ounces, 10 ounces, 100 ounces, and even 1,000 ounces. The larger bar. It's actually more cost effective to buy a large bar. And a kg of silver or a bar of silver is going to cost you about 35,000 rands. And I know you might be thinking 35,000 is a lot of money, but Kruger, a gold Kruger, the 1 ounce gold Kruger is going to cost you around maybe today's price, around 33,000 rand. Whereas you can get a whole bar of silver for just slightly more. Bars can be purchased online. Check out solomongold.co.za. And it's easy. But what happens when you buy these bars is it's a mission to get rid of. Because it's so big, you're going to have to find that demand. And that is why I prefer coins, because coins are small. You can give it away as gifts. In fact, in one of my business lines, I take coins. You want to pay me in Bitcoin, in Kruger rands, or in silver coins? I take payment. It's legal tender. And I honestly believe in the future, with what's going on with quantitative easing and with the fiat money, the paper money, the currency. I mean, there's no real value in that. The real money is gold, it's silver, it's resources from the earth. And if you're a Wealth Insider, I want you to go and check out the precious metals module inside Wealth Insiders. I mean, guys, this is going to blow your mind. And then you're going to understand why it is that I'm punting precious metals so much when you go through that. In fact, one of the videos, because, I mean, it's so brash, it's so upfront, it's telling you about the truth about money and the history of money. It's actually banned on YouTube now. All right, so I really hope you get to check that out.
Raising financially savvy children involves teaching them a variety of skills, from budgeting to planning to earning and saving. Besides giving them an understanding of the value of a rand, it prepares them for real-world finances. Financial literacy is a vital skill, and it is never too early to teach your kids about money. Many parents wonder how they can teach their kids about money and where to find age-appropriate resources. You can now purchase the Financial Literacy for Kids workbook, which is aimed at primary school kids. It's now available at www.financiallyfabulousfemales.com. This workbook provides you with 12 lessons, activities, lesson plans, discussion points, and quizzes that you can use to test your kids' knowledge. Shop now at www.financiallyfabulousfemales.com.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by subscribing on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Tuned In. Now back to the show.
The key thing to know about when you're holding coins, either gold or silver, even platinum coins, is that you don't get interest, you don't get cash flow from these kind of investments. The wealth comes when the unit price, the ounce price, the kg price actually increases in value, and that happens over time based on demand. So instead of putting the money in the bank, you'll hold the coins. If you're in the bank, you're going to get your small interest. But if you're holding the coins, you're not going to get any cash flow. But when you do sell those coins, you're going to get some real value. And if you look at the videos that I put on YouTube, Financially Fabulous Females, on that channel, I show you the history, the 20-year, 30-year spread of the prices. It is crazy. The second option in which you can invest in silver is via exchange-traded funds. And most stock brokerages have the silver ETNs by ABSA, which has been dismal. It's around 5 Rand each. ETNs are a little bit more volatile than ETFs. So what the ETF does, it basically permits an investor to own shares in a trust that actually buys and holds the silver. So you have the benefit of not really worrying about the storage part, the insurance part. And the largest ETF traded in the world is iShares Silver Trust. Then there's silver stocks, mining stocks that can be bought at a brokerage. While most investments related to silver rely on the current price, silver shares are more independent of these kind of prices. It's a very conservative investment. You're holding shares, you're going to get those dividend payments, and obviously the unit price hopefully goes up. South African mines are in a bit of a dwell. Once gold price goes up, they actually pick up. But look at silver stocks. or silver shares. You can find, if you go to the brokerages, you'll find a whole array of South African mining companies in which you can invest in. Also know that these mining companies, they don't just solely mine silver. There's other metals that come along with it: gold, zinc, copper, lead. That's all part of the shares. So you're carrying a bit of risk from gold and silver in the one share that you're invested. Then you have the option of futures. Now, if you are interested in these kind of investments, derivatives, they're very high risk because you're actually leveraging the money that you put in. If you put in 10,000 rands, maybe they'll give you a leverage of 100,000. So that's very risky. You got to really know what you're doing. If you use a platform like CDF 500, just be very, very careful. You got to know what you're doing. You got to go for specialized training. The risk is very high. The potential is very high as well. Remember, with any kind of investment, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. But the higher loss, or the greater loss, you can also make with that risk. Then lastly, my favorite option is the gold coins or the medallions. And here you have the option of investing in bullion coins or proof coins. Now, proof coins are like these collector coins. They've got far more greater value than the bullion coins. But bullion are the trading coins. You can pay me to see a consult with me. You can pay me in coins, bullion coins, that is. So these coins in silver, they're dirt cheap. And if you go to solomongold.co.za, you'll find that you can buy these coins from literally 100 Rand a month. And the coins are shipped to you, free insurance, free delivery from just $100 a month. So everybody has an opportunity to become an investor. And not many, I haven't found a company that's doing this. And that's the reason for Solomon Gold. It's my newest company that I've put out. And it is my goal to give every South African an option to share in the wealth of the current country. You can't just go redistribute the wealth, but you have an opportunity to share in the wealth, buy in the wealth. Kruger coins, Britannia coins, the Canadian Maple Leaf coins, the American Eagle coins. You have the option to buy at a relatively low rate. The goal of Solomon Gold is for me to lower that barrier to entry, give everybody an opportunity. Kids can buy. You have that opportunity to buy these coins at a very low price. The nice thing about these coins, though, they're backed by central governments. The Britannia is backed by the government of the UK. The Kruger is backed by the South African government. The American Eagle is backed by the American Federal Reserve. So these are solid coins, as opposed you'll get the private mint coins like the Pegasus coin. That's from a private mint in the United States, in Puerto Rico. So be wary of those coins. They don't have the same kind of backing like the sovereign coins like Kruger's, Britannia's, and Maple or American Eagles have as well. So go and check out my range of coins on solomongold.co.za. Easy options for you. Pay every month. And once you've paid out the amount, those coins are delivered to you, insured, for free. So if you're keen on investing in precious metals, these are my options. Please go check out solomongold.co.za and see what other more lucrative options that I've put out for you guys as well. So whereas gold is dependent on people's demands in terms of jewelry, and gifting and the desire of the investor to own it, silver has that industrial demand. And with Tesla and the various other industries that purchase silver for their demand, as these industries grow, demand for silver will grow. And you will increase your wealth by holding silver when you buy it so cheap right now. It's around $23 an ounce. It is very affordable. It's at the price where gold was like 30, 40 years ago. So if you buy now, keep it nice for retirement. You can, for sure, the price of silver will go up, and you sell it when you're high. And you're not buying silver to sell it next week, to sell it next year, to sell it 5 years from now. Your investment in silver is a long haul investment, and it's one of my retirement plans actually. One day I got to make a video to show you my entire retirement plan, because I give it to you in bits and pieces. My retirement plan mainly consists of a minimum retirement annuity contribution that I'm making, mainly because of Regulation 28 and the nonsense that government is doing with Regulation 28. Then it's my tax-free investments. Then it's holding of physical property that generates income. And then it's silver and precious metals where I'm investing. So I'm going to buy it around 700 Rand a piece. And in 30, 40 years when I retire, I want to be selling it for around 10,000 a piece, 20,000 a piece. All right, that's where I want to be when it comes to my retirement. It's silver right now. It's so much less expensive than gold. Gold is sitting at around $1,800 an ounce. Silver is sitting at around $23 an ounce. So it really is a nice entry point for you to get into precious metal investing. The average investor is familiar with shares. You're familiar, hopefully by now you're familiar with unit trusts, with ETFs. And now I've given you the option, a very simple way for you to invest in precious metals without breaking the bank from $100 a month. Now I've given you the option of investing in precious metals, silver specifically, from just $100 a month. So investing in silver can be a fun, profitable thing that you can do. I think, for one, it's one of the wisest things that I've done with my finances. And there's so many applications for silver. I honestly believe that we're going to see, me and my fellow silver investors, we're going to see some nice long-term growth. All right, so that is it. That's the last episode for the Wealth Nation podcast for 2020. I'll catch you next week in 2021. And be safe out there, okay? COVID is going crazy. Stay at home if you can. Keep washing your hands. Wear your mask. Follow the various protocols that the scientists give us, and just stay safe. All right, and as always, make sure everything is in order. You have your will in place. You have insurance in place, because, nobody knows when we can be taken away. Life is so short, and we see the frontline workers. A special shout out to the frontline workers, the doctors, the nurses, the various ancillary staff, and even the support staff, the housekeeping, the food services, the engineering staff, the biomedical engineering staff. You guys are doing amazing jobs in the hospitals, and we know that you don't have the best conditions, and you guys are the real heroes of the country. All right, so stay safe, and I will talk to you in 2021.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to visit our website at www.financiallyfabulousfemales.com and sign up for our free investment masterclass.